What's up, everybody? We are live. We got it on the dot today. We got our schedule locked in. Finally getting things together here. So we've got our 15-minute live stream with answering your questions. And I was actually thinking about this the other day. Let's see here. Is there a date? Best by 7/20/21. Okay, cool. So this giveaway that we had is still fresh. Okay, that's good. I had to check while I was on my mind. Anyway, what's up? We have someone already here. So how you doing? I hope your day is going well. Excuse me. You may have noticed yesterday, if you were here on our live stream, that I had a pink wrist on, a pink like bracelet, the paper bracelet, wristband, whatever you want to call it. And I actually was at the hospital yesterday. I'm fine. Don't worry. Nothing wrong. You may have mentioned me or made me mention a couple of times that I had a wrist injury. Well, I finally went to go take a look at my wrist and see if there was any breaks. I'll get into that story a little bit later. No breaks, thankfully, so wrist is fine. But it's going to play into what our topic is today in what we're covering. So yesterday we talked about time to decide. That was our topic yesterday. The 2 days before that, we were talking about for our live stream, your focus grows and how important that is to realize how your focus grows. And today we'll be talking about for our live stream, we'll be getting into rest to be thankful for. So rest that you can be thankful for. Before I get into the topic, again, if there's any questions, our live stream is up. You can drop what's up in the chat. You can say how you're doing. I've got it up and running, so feel free to jump in and have any questions you have related to fitness, finances, recreation, relationships, any kind of education in these areas that we're talking about, sanctity, soul, and spiritual health. Or perhaps what is that clanging and banging that is in the background noise? We're getting some laundry done, finishing up, and so right now a couple of jackets are in the dryer, and so we have that. So the pleasures of working at home, but you also get to choose your background as well. So I have my part of my office here, my corner office at home, my background of choice. So anyway, this particular YouTube channel, and the reason why we do it is to give back. A lot of people who are a part of or in their journey of health may not be ready to go. Okay, and we were talking about that yesterday. It may not be your season to get started. There's nothing wrong with that. And so use this channel as an opportunity to connect with people and still provide them content to be with them in the season of not ready yet, which is the season that we believe is fine because we're all in a season of not ready yet in some area of our life that requires some growth, requires some elevation in the lifestyle habits surrounding that particular area in our life. So we look at fitness, nutrition, the accountability therein the same way. So no different than anything else in life. Okay. There are waiting periods in life, and that's just a part of life in general. So it is what it is. Now, one thing that we're going to get into also and be sharing it is let's see, today's what, the 12th? Yeah, today's the 12th. So tomorrow marks a full, that would be 8 months of sheltered in place. The last time we did business face-to-face with any of our clients was on March 13th, which also happened to be a Friday. So tomorrow's Friday as well. It literally has been 8 months since we've done business with folks in person. We've had record months in this season. We've had record months in an upward side, meaning we've done the most business we've ever done. We've had record low months more recently where we've done the littlest in business we've done in a long time. So we've seen ebbs and flows in the industry. I understand that in the gym setting, there are anywhere between 25 and 30, potentially even more, in percentage of gyms that not only close their doors, but close their doors permanently. And there is quite a shift going online. Okay. But fitness and personal training and nutrition coaching and accountability face-to-face or in the format of some kind of communication back and forth where there's check-ins, there's goal setting, there's true accountability, people being held to what they say they're going to do. Okay, that's still required. I think what we do as far as personal trainers is never going to go away, because the desire for relationship and being connected together is ingrained in all of us, and so some of us may not like this online. I personally don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I just, for one reason or another, I just don't want to deal with talking to a screen. I don't like this. For me, it's like there's one person listening, which right now there's that one person who you are hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth. That's enough for me to jump on here and do the best I can every day to provide you something that's going to benefit you. And so I'm doing my best. I'm providing my life story. I'm giving you different things that I've noticed in other clients or prospective clients who I talk to. And so that's my game plan. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep adding to it. And for whatever reason, I keep freaking forgetting to put my Instagram on. I got to get into the habit. You're watching me literally night after night work on a new habit. So here you go. You guys get to witness me work on a new habit, which is hilarious because, that's exactly what I teach. And without accountability, then I most likely wouldn't forget. I just managed to remember. And you guys know that I'm doing that. So here I have built-in accountability, and that's what it's about. So no problem. It's as simple as getting on my phone and turning on the live, pressing play, dropping my phone right here, and saying to my phone, "What's up, Instagram family? How you doing?" I forgot to hit play for you guys today. My apologies. I'm 6 minutes and 55 seconds into my YouTube live stream, and I just remembered. So I love you guys. I forgot about you, and I apologize, but I still love you. So please accept my love. Please give me some grace, if you will. Thank you so much, Coach Ryan. Anyway, all right. Now we're back to business. I definitely see the need for face-to-face, and hopefully we'll be able to get back together soon. Hopefully we'll all be able to interact as we have before, but right now, unfortunately, that doesn't look like the case. And with these record numbers where now it's like every 8-9 days, we're having 1 million cases now. In 8 to 9 days, a million cases, new cases. That's crazy. It's very clear that this virus is not going away. In fact, it's spreading like what seems like a wildfire now. Over a week of 100,000 new cases a day being reported, getting close to 150 from what I saw. I think it was like 140 something yesterday, whatever it was. That is truly an issue. And there are people, unfortunately, out there who are more susceptible to not only getting the virus, but also dying from the virus, okay? So if you're in those groups, then it's very important for you to be moving your body daily, getting excellent sleep, getting excellent water, making sure you're managing your cortisol levels, your stress, and keeping relationships that are very positive to you, because that all plays into it. For whatever reason, my live stream just got paused for a second. But yeah, as far as that goes, there are people who, based on these recent studies, I mean, the virus hasn't been here more than a year yet, but there are studies that are showing that there are groups of people who are more susceptible. And those same groups are the same groups who might be more susceptible to flu or whatever else. But I can tell you this, is those who are deconditioned, meaning they're not able to exercise. They may not be able to go up a flight of stairs without having to breathe hard. It's interesting. The gentleman that tested my wrist yesterday for strength in my wrist, he was trying to get it to bend all kinds of different ways. And he, in so many ways, had me, just asked me to lock my wrist out. Well, he tried to bend it this way, this way, this way, this way. And after just a few seconds of him, this is a physician, a doctor, an MD most likely, doing that, he was huffing and puffing, just trying to get my wrist to bend. That's a sign of deconditioning. He looked like he was carrying a few pounds, and by no means am I bagging on this guy. All I'm saying is that you should be able to try to maneuver someone's wrist without the heart rate getting up to a point where it's going to get your heart rate up. That would be a sign of deconditioning. Now, is it a bad thing, a good thing? Well, he's a doctor. He would be able to say whether his health is good or not. It's not my place to say, but that would be a potential indicator that he is deconditioned, meaning if he goes up a flight of stairs, he might have a hard time breathing. If he tries to run a mile, it might be a hard day for him. And ultimately, at the end of the day, the things that we want to pay attention to are, can we run a mile without stopping? For example, is our biomarkers and our blood panels good? Are we getting good cholesterol reports? Are we getting good blood sugar counts? How many people in your family do you know who are either pre-diabetic or diabetic currently? If this was a screen, I'd say raise your hand. You can raise your hand if you want to. How many people do you know have pre-existing conditions that might lead to a heart attack or a stent or a bypass or something along those lines? Hypertension, high blood pressure, those kinds of things. Those are real situations. Blood, like I said, blood sugar. There's a lot that plays into it. How about something as simple as inflammation, inflamed joints, inflamed internals like your gut? Are you experiencing bloating on a regular basis? That is a digestive issue, which can generally lead to more digestive system problems. These are all precursors to the more chronic, more heavy-hitting diseases, cancers, and other situations that we're passing away from at an unfortunately high rate. The number that I have right now is about 3,000 people pass away. That's normal circumstances, not considering what's going on with COVID. And about 33% of those, a third of those individuals, are preventable. They are passing away from the body shutting down from diseases that were preventable. And that is real. So this is real. Well, I know I covered that a lot in October, so I don't necessarily want to get there. What I do want to do is get to our topic today, rest to be thankful for. There are seasons where we're super stressed. Life has just thrown so many haymakers that we need to take a break. Maybe you're like me where you've been going exceedingly hard on your work and maybe not done so well in your recovery, which I admit. I, as a trainer, was spending more time on my work than my recovery. And it's a wake-up call for me to really remember that for my work to be landing on ears that truly believe what I say, there's a level of accountability for me where I need to believe what my words are. And I was actually talking to my father-in-law today, and I was telling him that, though this whole story and process of me going to the hospital, I said the motivator for me was I know that my clients, if they have this issue, I would recommend to them to go get a scan, get it checked, get it looked at, make sure it's okay. And that's the best preventative choice you have. And also my wife was asking me to do it. And I was like, well, I have two choices I can make. One, I can ride in pride and say, you know what, I know my body. I'm a professional. I'm just going to be good. I'm just going to say it's good. Even though I can't x-ray into my own wrist and be like Superman and say, oh yeah, it's good. Like that doesn't exist. I can ride in pride, or I can walk in humility and say, all right, I need to hold to the code that I give other people and also respect and honor what my wife is asking me. So we both know there's no issues and we're good. Now, I might need to go talk to an orthopedic. I might need to get an MRI just to make sure it's good. I might need to ask Instagram, why the heck did they just shut down my live on me like that? Because that's not cool. It is what it is. I guess it's technology for whatever reason. They shut me down. Whatever. It is. It's fine. We still got YouTube. Go for YouTube. So anyway, let's see what happens here. I wonder if it just completely and totally deleted that. That'd be interesting to see. Long story short, there are seasons, whatever it may be, that it's going to get you where rest is required, where cutting down the workload, reducing the intensity, spending some time actively resting is important. And what I want to tell you is this, and this is important and prevalent to me and to us, my wife and I, because we live here in the Silicon Valley, in the San Francisco Bay Area, where to work less, to rest, to slow things down is looked down upon. It's looked at potentially as weakness. It's looked at like, why are you moving slow? This is fast paced. Nobody slows down here. Go, go, go. Rest you can be thankful for. Counterculture, counterintuitive, counter to whatever you may think you need. There is a rest and a season for rest that you can be thankful for it and grateful for. And I think me just sharing my story about my rest is one of them. It could be a number of things. And then I've probably talked about this before, but ultimately, one thing that could totally destroy and take away and rob you of your gratitude and joy is not resting and not being grateful and thankful in that season of rest. And I'm talking to myself here. I definitely just want to throw myself in here to the audience. I'm speaking to myself as well as to the audience today, that rest is something that's very important. I think it's also something we can all learn to be more thankful and grateful for, all of us. And through that, it is a very valuable thing. And I'll finish with these two things. One, last night I had my mentor meeting with the gentleman who I'm mentoring with. And he said something to me that I think will give me some peace. Obviously, it's going to need to work its way in, but I like to give what I learned to folks right off the bat. What I'm learning, I like to pass through. I like to be that conduit. He said, what's interesting is that when we die, there are still going to be things that we want to do that we're not going to be able to get it all done. There are going to be activities, there are going to be thoughts, tasks, situations that we want to address and do, things we'd like to achieve, places we like to go. It's all not going to get done. But the goal in life is to prioritize, so the ones that are most important are being addressed first. We talk a lot about priority and prioritization. The ones that have the higher priority are what's important. For me right now, I'm working on, what biblically, what spiritually are the things that God wants me to do first? What are the things that he is most concerned about according to his will and purpose for my life and the reason why he created me? There's a reason why I'm living and breathing still today, is because God still has something for me to do. I think if he was done, I most likely would check out. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not God. I have no idea. But maybe I would just be walking around aimlessly on planet Earth. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that's one thing that was given to me yesterday that I really thought had some really potent, it definitely had some gravity to it. I'll say it that way. And so that's one area. Rest is required for you to be effective in what you're doing. And then also, I think, there's a season for everything. And, we have ebbs and flows. So when work slows down, when things happen, there's nothing wrong with resting and enjoying your day and taking the day, because that little reset, let's just keep in the context of fitness. If you're going hard for a long period of time, a couple of solid, active, and intentional days of rest, do your workout plan so well. It pays dividends for you to have active rest, let the body completely recover, because you can come right back in and hit it hard. For example, today I had a client who was away for a whole week at Tahoe. He came back. He was ready to get after it. I told him 5 reps. He did 7. Okay. He was after it. He had the energy. There wasn't the moans and groans, because his body had a chance to relax after several weeks of work. And that's an example. So I'll keep it there. We're after 15 and 7. So this is Ryan with Project Fresh. Pleasure to have you guys today. Make sure you get some rest that you can be grateful and thankful for. We'll see you tomorrow night, and have an excellent evening. Take care.